Look, Izzy's going to be a little bit more of a sharpshooter. Doesn't have the power, though, that Alex Pereira has. And when I look at what Izzy can do, Izzy's got the speed. He's a little bit more accurate, and he can throw 2 and 3 punches in a faster combination than Alex can. I look at how that is and how Sean is. He rolls with the shoulder, okay, but the ability for Izzy to hit him with the hook, like just how Alex did, hit him with the hook when he rolls, and Izzy's very accurate. Hit the combinations, boom, hit the right hand to get him to roll right into the left hook, and then come back with another right hand or double up on the left hook if it's there. Those are the opportunities that I think that Izzy will have early in the first round. Sean's going to have to get off to a fast start, crushing that space. And I'm not sure that Sean Strickland has the style. I know that he's got the style inside the phone booth, to make it a dirty fight, to make it a phone book. That's even tighter spot.
That's even tight. That's some tight shit right there.
1 foot in the phone book, baby. Let's go. But I look at Sean Strickland and I say, hey, if you can get Izzy into that phone book, now you got me saying phone, now I can't say it. Damn it. Into the phone booth, he can make it a good fight. He has an opportunity in there. But in that range, outside that range, out in that punching range and kicking range, it's going to be all Izzy. So it's going to be very telltale on how Sean Strickland starts his fight. But I definitely start looking at some of those prop bets. And can Izzy finish in the second round? Can he finish in the third round? Those numbers are going to be a lot higher. And as you get later in the fight, those numbers may actually increase. So it might it might actually behoove you to go ahead and say, hey, I'm going to put down 50, in round 1, maybe put 75 in round 2, 100 in round 3, because you're going to get that money back when you hit. I mean, take a look at what the numbers are, but I don't know what they are right off the top of my head, but I'm saying right now, if I look at that, those are kind of the type of bets that I would start looking to take.
Those are prop bets.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. Well, I look at this and it's, yes, Izzy knocked out Alex, but Alex is very open. He fights very open. Sean doesn't fight open. Sean fights very defensive. And once Sean feels comfortable in the fight and gets on a roll, his defense actually gets even better because he knows that distance that he needs to cover, or he needs to keep his opponent from covering. I think the real big difference, the length is going to give Strickland a little bit of problems, just like Alex's gave him some problems. It's hard to shoulder roll in MMA. Now, some guys, guys can do it.
Bobby Green.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's not easy. No. Now, Sean, Strickland, he does it, and he's very proficient with it. And look, Strickland's a tough son of a bitch. He is a fighter. And it's one of those, you look at, not everybody that fights is a fighter. I know that's a weird statement, but it's just the truth. You have some guys, man, they'll get into a fight, just because, well, you're giving me the opportunity, let's do it. And there's other ones, it's all about, nope, I fight for money. I don't, I'm never going to get in a fight outside of, stepping into the cage or anything like that. And that's fine too. But Sean Strickland is a fighter. If he wasn't fighting in the UFC, he'd be fighting other places. He just loves fighting. And so, he always has a chance here. Now, it's obvious that Israel Adesanya is going to be the big favorite, and he should be. He is a sniper, and he is incredibly good when you're talking about people that he's not worried about taking him down. And if you're going to look at Sean, if Sean has a weakness in MMA, which Demetrius Johnson is talking about, everybody have a weakness, okay? And he's right to a point. It is his wrestling. That's his weakest point. His stand-up is damn good. His ground game is actually, his submission game is pretty goddamn good. But the weakest part of his game is going to be, it's the wrestling. And that's where Izzy has the ability to feel pretty comfortable on his feet. That makes it a difficult fight for Sean.
Yeah, even though Sean has weak wrestling, there is the opportunity for him to get the takedown if he sets it up properly. He's going to have to hit him off either catching the kick, excuse me, or he's going to have to hit him off the combination. He's got to get Izzy kind of taking a step backwards, try to snatch the single, maybe try to run it to a double, but like those type of things. Every time I've seen Sean try to get these takedowns, I think in that body lock position, he may have an opportunity to get the takedowns in the body lock position.
Good.
The singles and doubles, I just don't think. I think Izzy's, the speed of him being for Sean to be able to snatch a single, he's not fluid enough in the wrestling for the single leg takedowns to really be that effective. Plus his athleticism, Izzy, his balance, all of those things. He knows how to defend takedowns. He does it on a daily basis. When fighters that have their whole game is to defend the fighter's takedown, their whole career has been that. Guys like Paul Daly, it's only against the elite top level wrestlers do they have a hard time with. And it just so happens that the 185-pound division doesn't have those. Okay, it has one guy. His name is Bo Nickel. That's it. Okay, the rest of the division does not know how to wrestle, and they do know how to wrestle, but they don't know how to wrestle. They're not adequate enough.
Chimaev,
yeah,
he's pretty good.
Yeah, we'll see when he ever comes back.
No matter what Bo Nickel says about his wrestling.
Yeah, we'll see when he comes back, though. You know what I mean? I look at Chimaev. I think he's a fantastic fighter. I think he's a great wrestler.
Yeah,
that type of wrestling. I think he's fantastic at it, but will it play out as well against someone like an Israel Adesanya? When punches are coming at you, knees are coming at you, striking, and he doesn't fear your wrestling. I mean, he struggled a little bit with the Gilbert Burns in some of the wrestling as he got tired in that second and third round. Now, it's a different story too in the striking. He will be there in the second, third round, fourth round, and fifth round in the conditioning, cardio, all those things. So it makes for an interesting fight. But let's talk about Sean. Sean, I think, has the opportunity to get this takedown. He's got to do it in exchange. He's got to do it in he's got to do it in transition. He's got to get him while Izzy is throwing and while he's set in place. He can't get him while Izzy's stepping on an angle and trying to throw. He's going to have to close that distance right away. I think for the only way for him to get takedowns will be in the body lock type position. Try to drag him down, try to maybe jump, kind of jump to his back and get hooks and drag him down that way. Those type of ways, I think he's going to have to either lift and, kind of like knee tap him a little bit with his outside knee. He's going to have to do something along those lines to get Izzy down. And then can he hold him down? Especially those first two takedowns, it's going to be hard to hold him down. I think after the first two, if he's able to get one or two, they'll come a little bit easier, but they're still going to be difficult.
Watch that. Dave, pull up Izzy's record real quick, because here's the point that you really got to think about when you look at his record. And it's not so much the wins, losses, okay? But when you see him against a striker, look at the result. It's usually a TKO, a KO. He finishes the person through strikes. When the person he's facing has got good grappling, it tends to be the decision. He'll get the win. Yoel Romero, great wrestling. He didn't try to wrestle, but decision, boring fight. Paulo Costa, TKO. Paulo's what? He's a striker.
Yeah.
Marvin Vettori, decision. What was Marvin trying to do the whole time? Take him down, right? Go to Robert Whittaker the second time he fights him. Decision. Whittaker trying to take him down a lot. Jared Cannonier, that one, Jared really didn't really try to take him down much. He tried a couple of times and stuff, but he really was working the stand-up, but it became a decision. Fights another striker in Pahea. He loses that, then comes back and wins that. Like, against strikers, he usually gets finishes. Mm-hmm. That's really the whole thing, except for the one loss, to Alex. He gets finishes against strikers, and you got to look and say, overall, Sean Strickland is a striker.
100% agree.